Welcome, Deronda here with Foods 101. Today I'm going to show you how to make fresh peach pie. Peaches are abundant in the supermarket right now. I bought these yesterday, woke up this morning and could smell these peaches in my kitchen and said, today's fresh peach pie day. You're going to need 1 cup of granulated sugar, 1/4 of a teaspoon of ground nutmeg, 1 teaspoon of ground cinnamon, 2 tablespoons of cubed butter. You want to keep this butter chilled before using. 1/2 cup of all-purpose flour and 3 pounds of peaches. This can be anywhere from 6 to 8 medium-sized peaches. You're going to need a 9-inch unbaked pie crust. Now I make my pie crust homemade, and if you want to learn how to do that, check out my video below on how to make the perfect homemade pie crust. Your wallet will thank you, and so will your taste buds. Here I have a 9-inch unbaked pie dough. I'm going to use this to make my lattice topping here for my peach pie. So let me show you how we're going to get these peaches prepared. Drop them in boiling water for 30 seconds. After 30 seconds, you're going to remove them over here in an ice bath so they can cool down. Remove them from their ice bath after about 1 minute. We want all the water to drain off our peaches because we don't want the water interfering with that fabulous peach juice we're going to get from these wonderful peaches. I'm going to show you how to peel this. I'm just using a paring knife. See how that skin just peels right off? Oops, and there came the top of the peach stem there. Look how beautiful that just peels off. A great technique to know. I'm going to cut it in half because you want to remove the pit here on the inside. Make sure that it's nice and soft. You don't want any hard pieces in there, and if you find something, just remove it. And that feels just perfectly fine. Slice them into bite-sized pieces. Sometimes you just want to get your fingers in there and remove your pit. You don't want to eat that. Back over here into bite-sized pieces. And these peaches smell absolutely fantastic. Take a bite of that. Oh yeah. In a medium-sized bowl, we're adding the sugar, the flour, nutmeg, and cinnamon. Whisk these 4 ingredients very well together. Over the peaches they go. That cinnamon and peaches smell just heavenly. If you could be here in my kitchen and smell these fabulous aromas, you would be drooling. Okay, you see how that coated all those peaches? That's exactly what you're looking for. Back with our 9-inch baking pan. You want your oven preheated to 400 degrees Fahrenheit because we're going to bake this the first 10 minutes and then we're going to turn it down to 350 and bake for an additional 40 minutes to 45 minutes. That looks and smells scrumptious. Back with those little cubed butters, you're going to place them here on the top. To make the lattice part of this pie, I'm using a rolling pin. This is a decorative side, whereas this is just a smooth side. And if you don't have one, just go ahead and use a knife. I'm first going to start in the center, and then I'm going to cut 3/4 to 1/2 inch thick strips, as you can see right here. And we'll go ahead and do it completely to the end. This doesn't need to be perfect. We're going to take 1 strip at a time, starting in the middle and working to the left. Make sure you push your strips towards the center because you don't want your pie crust stretching here. And then we'll go to this side. I'm leaving about 1/2 inch to 3/4 inch in between the lattice work here. That looks fantastic. You're going to pull back every other strip. Midway, add a strip, and now we're going to bring these back. Alternate every other in the opposite way. And then bring your lattice work back and add your final one on this side. We'll roll around this way, and you see how your lattice work comes over the underpiece. We're going to go back every other one over it and start in this direction. Oh my gosh, this is going to be so beautiful. I love it. And then you're going to pull back every other one and go this way. So there you've got your beautiful lattice work. You can see they're hanging out over the end. What you can do is just push them down in between the pie pan and pie shell that's holding your peach filling. I'm going to put it over here on a pizza pan because while it bakes, anything that runs over the edge, it'll be caught here in the pizza pan and not be in the bottom of your oven. I'm using a pie crust shield to make sure that the edges of my pie doesn't burn. These are made by Eve. I've added a link below in the description box off to that 450-degree preheated oven on the middle rack for the first 10 minutes. Use your timer and no peeking. After 10 minutes, turn your temperature down to 350 degrees Fahrenheit and bake for an additional 40 to 50 minutes. Just took my peach pie out of the oven. The rule of thumb when baking a fruit pie is to make sure you see it bubbling up around the edges here. Look how scrumptious that is. Let your pie cool for 3 hours before cutting into it. It's peach pie time. I'm gonna cut it in the center, and I've only had this cooling for about 2.5 hours. If I could let this cool for an additional couple of hours, it'll probably set up better. Here we go. Looky there. That first piece is always hard to get out, but it looks beautiful. Put it over here on a plate. Gotta give it a try. Look at that peach. Oh yeah. Looky how scrumptious that is. Here we go. Wow. That is one fantastic peach pie. Taste the cinnamon, the nutmeg, perfectly sweet with those perfectly ripened peaches. I would highly recommend making this delicious homemade peach pie. And that crust is perfectly flaky. Delicious. One fabulous dessert for any time fresh peaches are in season. I'm Deronda with Foods 101. Leave me a comment, give me thumbs up, hit that notification bell to be the first to get my new YouTube food videos. Thanks a million for watching, and I'll catch you lovely people later.